Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastic. It's Therfore I in Therfore I Vlogs. How are you keeping on? I hope you're good because I'm good. And when you see me, you know it's more and more and more knowledge. So guys, thank you so much for your support. I've seen people have continued liking, sharing, and the amazing thing is the liking has gone up so much. So I really appreciate. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing if this is your content. And I do not take you for granted for choosing to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Anyway, without further ado, today's topic will be what documents are needed in this visa boost, the health and care visa boost. What documents are needed, and also in general in health and care workers visa, because it's one and the same thing. Yeah, remember the health and care workers visa was there before, but it wasn't in the shortage occupation list. So what was there more? There was care and health workers visa, but the carers were not in the shortage occupation list. I don't know if I'm making sense. So what is the health and care workers visa? We've gone through this so many times, and it entails its doctors, nurses, psychologists, all those things, lab technician and so on. But again, in the same visa, we do have the carers, and that is where we are at the moment. So if you know, when we're here, we just chill, relax, and listen. Comment section, tell me what you think, and let's learn together. Remember, knowledge is power. So guys, serious business. Let's take our pen and paper. Yeah, remember I said I will break it down so that everyone is able to understand what is needed of them, to be able to prepare and eventually be able to come and work in the UK as a carer, as a senior carer, and so on and so forth. So today we are looking at the documents needed to apply for the health and care workers visa. What documents are needed? The one and the most important documents that is needed is the passport. Yes, I know. You'll be like, Tesh, but I thought by the time you're looking for that job, you have passport. Not everyone have a passport. Yeah. So the first important document is the passport. Your passport should be valid, and it should be valid, meaning it's not expired or expiring soon, and it should have a blank page. Yeah, because what happens, the visa you are given, it gets stuck, it's it's put on the page that is blank. That's where it's, anyway. As you know, I'm Kenyan. English is not my first language, but I hope we are communicating. So that is one. The second document that is needed when you are applying for health and care workers visa is your COS, Certificate of Sponsorship. Remember, by the time you are applying for a visa, it's because you've searched for a job, you have a job, and now the point you are at is for application. So you need your COS, Certificate of Sponsorship. This will be sent to you by your employer after a successful interview. Yeah. Also, what is needed on that COS, you will need to write down the reference number of your COS. So it's important you know on your COS, there's a reference number that you will need. Yeah, I hope we are together. I hope you're writing your notes because I have my notes. Yeah. Okay. The other thing that is very important to note is that you will need proof of funds. Proof of funds. And proof of funds, that will be a bank statement. And to be fair, this is very they're being very lenient because it doesn't have to be 6 months. Normally, if you're coming to visit, they'll need to see your bank statement for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But for this one, they need you to have at least £1,200 in your account the last 28 days. Let's call it a month. Yeah. So you can see it's not as stressful. But I will say, my people, if this is your plan, and you're working towards it in the next 6 months, 12 months, you would like to be here, then please start making sure that your account is active. Yeah. Again, you don't want to be looking for the £1,200 to everywhere. So your bank account has always been zero, and then poof, you have 1,200 account in your account, £1,200 in your account. So please start slowly. Even by the time that you are ready now for application, if you are less by, let's say, £600, £700, you can put that at once, you know, wherever. This money is yours, remember. This money is to show that you are able to take care of yourself when you get to the UK. Because remember, you are coming with a working visa. So you are not entitled to any government funds. Yeah, and that is what you want to prove. So remember, you having applied a job successful doesn't mean that you're already there. No, your paperwork, your employer is an independent firm, and the visa, your UK immigration visa, is an independent firm. Yeah, so you have to make sure without reasonable doubt you're giving documents that are not going to leave any doubt in those people. Yeah, so that you get your tier 2 working visa. Okay, so far I hope we are okay. If you have any question, please don't forget to down below in the comment section. If you're liking the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is not your video, but it can help someone out there, your sibling or your friend or anyone, please do not hesitate to share it. Yeah, knowledge is power. Okay, so far so good. What else do we need? Yeah, so we have the passport, we have the COS, which is the certificate of sponsorship, we have the reference number, which is on the COS. You need to know the code of the job that you've applied. The code of the job that you have applied is on the shortage occupation list. For example, I would like to say, if you are applying as a nurse, if you're applying as a nurse, the code is 2231. If you are applying as a social worker, the code is 2442. If you are applying as an auxiliary medical worker, is 6141, and so on and so forth. So all the codes are there. All the jobs that are on shortage occupation list, they have a code. So please, what is your code? You must have your code when you are applying for that health and care workers visa. Yeah. The next one is you need the name of your employer. Of course, that one you know. Because if you applied the job, you know that probably you're being employed by, for example, NHS. You're being employed by a certain care home that is called Rose Edge Care Home. That's just an example. So you know your employer. So you need their name. The next thing, you need their license number. Yeah. Remember, not everyone can sponsor as a tier 2 visa. So if a company or a home or any employer that can sponsor a tier 2 visa, they have a license from the government to do so. So it's important that you ask for it, because your visa application will require it. Okay, we've spoken about the 1,200, and the 1,200, basically, I've told you, it's about the money that you will use. It's for your own good and benefit. They just want to ensure that you can take care of yourself. And another thing that can support, or you will need to support your visa application, is here in the UK we call it the DBS, but in Kenya, I'll say I'll give an example with Kenya because I'm Kenyan. I'm a Kenyan. It's I want to call it, is it criminal record or police clearance? I know you know what I mean. So you will need that from your country to apply for the visa. Again, when you get here, they will do another one, but that one is called a DBS. Yeah, so it's a criminal record, just to ensure that you are clean, and there's nothing that can make you not work here. Yeah, so I believe we are together. So another thing is, other than the 1,200, you will need money. The money you will need money for your visa. Yeah, I would suggest that you prepare as if your employer is not going to support you in any way, because the initial visa, the initial health and care workers visa, because this one is a boosted one that the government has put it in shortage occupation, so it's kind of easier to get this one than the initial one. But the initial one, I cannot mention the agency, but what happened, the agency was paying for you most of the things, but when you get here, most of the money is deducted from the money that you're earning. So that means you get less money. So for me, I would suggest, if you can pay most of the things by yourself, then that's the best way to go. But and also when your employer suggests that they will pay your flight, or they will pay something, just ask them how you're going to pay back. Is it free, or you're going to pay back, and how are you going to pay back, so that you can do your mathematics properly, because you don't want to be working but all you're working for is to pay back the money. But if you don't mind, then that's okay, that well and good. Another thing is, please discuss about your accommodation. Yeah, most of the employers, some of them, let me not say most, some of them might accommodate you, because they do understand you're coming from a different country, but they will accommodate you for 1-2 months, at most 3 months. So please ensure you discuss what is there for you, what is available for you, and when they accommodate you, are you going to be paying rent? Those employers that accommodate you, most of them you have to pay towards that rent. So it can be shared accommodation. I've spoken about shared accommodation before. It is where probably a room has 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms. Each of you has a bedroom, and then you share the common rooms, like the living room and the kitchen. Yeah, so it's advisable. I'll suggest, it's up to you, but I'll suggest, if that's the case, please ask your employer how much they will deduct towards your accommodation, because it might be cheaper for you sometimes to just get that accommodation out of that place. Also, if you're looking for a job, if you can look for a job somewhere around people you know, then that's an added advantage, because maybe they can host you maybe a month or so as you look for a more favorable accommodation for you. But again, it is up to you. But all these things I'm suggesting, or I'm saying, so that you know what is happening and what you can do to ensure that your move here is as easy as it can be. Of course, it won't be, but it can be as easy as possible. In addition, if you get a job and your employer is employing you for 3 years, that means you need a 3 years visa. A 3 years visa, you will pay £232 per person. That's why I'm saying that at least if you're planning to do this the next 6 months or so, you should save, you should look for money. Again, it depends. You might be successful to get a job, but your employer might not pay for your visa, or your employer will not pay for your flight. In short, they don't care how you're gonna get here. They have given you the sponsorship certificate. It's you to find out how you're going to get here. So I would say save, save, save. I know you're coming to look for money, but you need more money to be able to achieve what you're doing. Remember, so far, you do not need the visa application. If you're successful, you've gotten a job, you do not need to pay anyone to do this for you. Everything is so straightforward. www.gov.uk. The documents I've mentioned are the documents you need. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, you need proof of English. Proof of English, that is writing, understanding, and yeah, there's the writing, there's the understanding bit. Oh, there's another one. But anyway, you need proof of English. Proof of English is else. Yeah. Do your else. If you are a care worker, you need proof of English. Probably, if you have your degree can be changed in NERIC to show that you did your degree in English, and that might scrub away the fact that you need to do another English test. Yeah. But if you have your diploma in health and social care and blah, 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 you will need to prove that you can speak English, you understand English, and so on and so forth. And that's why you need your else. Yeah. If you're coming as a nurse, you still need proof of English, but you can do OET or you can do else. Yeah. I hope we are together so far. Guys, I can only wish you the best, and I'm hoping and praying the information I'm giving you will somehow benefit you. Yeah. The information is not in vain. I'm hoping it's helped someone out there. And yeah, I'll be looking one thing at a time. That's something that I know probably can, confuse someone, or they need to know. Like, for example, I just chose to do the document, what documents you need to apply for the health and care workers visa, break it down so that it's easier to understand. Because sometimes if you do long videos or you do a live, then you don't get to put everything in there, and it sometimes can be very, very confusing. So on the comment section, let me know what else you would like to know. Would you like to know the cheapest areas to live, and the most expensive areas to live, and so on and so forth? So that, yeah, we can keep this going, and hopefully in a few months we can have positive testimonies of people that have successfully been able to come. A few ladies and a gentleman have reached me out, and I know you are doing okay, and you are really working hard towards it. Some of you have done the English, you have done the qualification, and so on. Now you are just working to get the experience. Please continue. The time will come, and it all shall be well. Until next time, it's Teshua Jogona. Please stay safe, be kind, be blessed, and take care.